Hello, friends. Today I'm gonna discuss about the fifth house. Using the blank chart, basically, fifth house is a gateway of a creation. This is my title. So, welcome to this video. This is going to be exciting video. You will have some new information which probably you might not heard from anywhere. So, let's focusing on the fifth house. The fifth house is a trikona of dharma or righteousness for the trine. So 159 are the trine where fifth house is fundamentally the house of Purva Punya or the accumulated positive merits which you brought from the past life. So think as it's like a cosmic bank account. I take in another way where I can see it's a gateway to enter for a soul in the fifth house because you are accumulated Purva Punya. Purva Punya came not for the body, it came for your soul. So fifth house becomes your soul's accumulated resources in the fifth house. And as you compare it with the first house is a lagna, which is for the creation of a body, where what the body needs to have some kind of resources to learn to live in this life with some positive points, credit points, you can call it as. This is what the fifth house, so which determines this is a credit which brought to you along with you in this life. So where does it come from? So who creates a person? There are two people, obviously. I will say father and mother. Okay, now look at mother. Mother is fourth house. Fourth house is your nourishment. If you remember in my fourth house video, I mentioned that it's a womb. So for to womb to nourish, who is womb? For your mother is you, and in that your presence is there, so sustenance happens in the fifth house for the fourth house. So creation actually take a shape in the fifth house, while fourth house in the womb the process happens, but the for that womb to get a soul connection in the fifth house. And when you look at your father is ninth house. So from ninth house, ninth to ninth becomes your DNA continuation. So like you say, your ninth house is your father, who is your ancestors, your guru. So the DNA is carrying. So that DNA continuation goes into the ninth house. So ninth to ninth is continuation of the DNA, which will be in the fifth house. Now, aligned karma we can see from various aspects. While 12th house becomes your overall sanchita karma, out of positive side comes to the fifth house, positive or not so positive comes into fifth house, and eighth house becomes your past life bad karmas. So this is the way overall karma accumulation happens, and you get a piece of it in this life to execute your karma. Now, if you see your sixth house is your prarabdha. Prarabdha is something which you are going to utilize your efforts, struggle, enmity, dates, and also your diseases. So sixth house is fifth house is become 12th. From fifth is become from sixth become 12th. So what is that? Fifth house is a place of Purva Punya, which is past for the Prarabdha. So that is the reason fifth becomes very critical in your lives. So that is a form of certain form of a Sanchita karma. Now this will past action that allows you to express creativity, intuition, and the ability to give birth, whether a child or idea. That's where the fifth house is there. All creation, all ideas come from the fifth house. All kind of creativity which is working your, we'll say that the right side of the brain, which is like giving a creative ideas and thoughts, fifth house matters. Now let's coming back to the karakas, who are the significator of the fifth house. So in natural zodiac, we consider it's a sign of Leo, because we take um, chart is from the Aries to Pisces. So fifth house becomes the Leo. So there are three important karakas into fifth house. The first is Jupiter. It's a primary karaka. Why? Because it represents child, putra, wisdom, and expansion of luck. So that's a great presence of Jupiter can give you these qualities to the native. Natural ruler for this house is going to be Sun, because he is a lord of Leo sign, and Sun represents the soul. Now you understand why I said soul, because fifth house is soul, and it's a place of soul. Natural zodiac, it's a sign of Leo, and that gives a creative authority. Or you can say pada prapti, or achievements in life also can be seen from the fifth house. um, then third is Mercury, which is an intellectual karaka. Basically, all your which Mercury governs your brain, intelligence, and ability to process the education into the skills. So what happens in the three places? Jupiter. Again, he's talking about the creation, that is putra creation, or having a child. Sun is a Prapti, or achievement creation, status creation, which is again a creation, and Mercury again it creates the 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 resources of knowledge, or intelligence is given. You learn the information or data from that, and you apply in a karmic role as a skill, and that is where these creation of or creative role of fifth house matters a lot. So so that way, some of the from children to modern love, many things we can find out from fifth house. Child, if you look at the primary house of progeny and the joy derived from them, if you see, people say fifth house is a place of entertainment in life. Do you have entertainment life, or do you have a life which is very struggled life? So in that, you understand I am talking either of the fifth house is stronger or a sixth house is stronger. Fifth house is stronger, it gives you kind of luck, enjoyment, and all those things happens in the fifth house. Education, not just schooling, but till your graduation takes fifth house. You do specialization. So some people faces challenge in the schooling, bullying in the schooling, or challenge, or difficulties in schooling. This is something related to fifth house. That means the fifth house is afflicted. Knowledge. Now, people say spirituality can be seen from the 12th house, or sages says. But however, the initiation of the spirituality starts from the fifth house. Fifth house is a place of mantra reciting. Fifth house is a place of finding the deity. Fifth house is a place where you decide, I want to initiate my spiritual activity. But to get it is accomplishing that fifth house efforts is 12th house, which is like you eventually end your spiritual engagement activity, and you I will say, you you will not, you will forget about self. Example, you are, fifth house is a devotion. It's like you devote to a deity, the deity present in the fifth house. But the devotion, as you move towards progressing in that direction, eventually you lose yourself in the 12th house. That is the reason 12th house, fifth house is a initiation, creation, and 12th house, exactly 8th from the fifth house, becomes the end of devotion, means your presence, or you get union with God, or your soul get merged with the in the lotus feet of God. So something you can look at that way. Love and romance, again it's a creation. Falling in love, you might get attracted using the third house, but the real love, there is a intimacy, is in the fifth house. The person sees his partner and he get goosebumps, or he will get thrill in the heart. That is where the fifth house. And It's any contract of marriage is a seventh house, but the before anyone having affair or a relationship before marriage is fifth house. So, speculation, yes, fifth house. You speculate the things, you speculate in the stock market. The fifth house connection, if it is there with the 11th house and eighth house, because unearned money is seen from the eighth house, 11th house has been the gains which you are going to make. So, these things came from the stock markets, and while bitcoins come from the eighth house, whereas the normal exchange, you go in an exchange and buy and sell stocks, is from the fifth house. Gambling also come into fifth house. Competitive sports, so all people who are excellent sportsmen or they are in good different types of sports, is fifth house is very very strong. Now understand why there is a difference of benefic or malefic planet influences in onto the fifth house. So benefic planets generally we take as a Venus, Moon, Jupiter. If these planets present usually make the fifth house flourish. See, this planet present in fifth house, you are good, or if it is not there, it's bad. It's not like that. You are carrying the credits, positive credits, or not so positive credits from your past life deeds. So whatever good karma you do, it translate into the positive karma into the fifth house. So always our elders or parents say or guru says that do good karma is not just clean up your existing challenge, but you are creating a credit for the next life. And that is the reason fifth house has so much of importance. So if positive planets are present, like as I told you, Venus, Moon, or Jupiter, fifth house will flourish and will bring easy gains. Person will have success, and he can have a creative success, and he will have a gentle relationship and good children's. So having a good benefic into the fifth house, it assuring you that you have a good child, you have a good responsibility, your progeny will come, and that's where we need to see that. If it malefics comes, example like Saturn, some of the examples like Saturn, Mars, Rahu, they don't destroy the house, but they will make sure you struggle or you achieving those fifth house benefits. You have to really put efforts. So Saturn can delay your child, or I will, in another way, I can say if Saturn is there, the child is promise is confirmed, but it also confirms that you will have certain amount of pain from the child, not because he's bad or you are bad. It is not like that. It is a past life date completion is there, and that date will come through form of a child. So wherever Saturn puts in your chart, it is a date you need to finish, and you have to pay back. It's a payback time. So you will have extremely difficult time, but at the same time you understand having Saturn in the fifth house, you can flourish in technical education. You can be a good engineer, good knowledgeable person, good creative person on technology or engineering, and some serious education you will take. If it Mars come, then there'll be lead of high risk of speculation. Or you're a warrior spirit, and extremely good for the sports. So people who will having Mars, generally many parents do a mistake giving a mobile or iPad to your children. If having a Mars in fifth house, I will say don't give them. Rather than they should be doing a sports activity, and they get into more and more sports activity, so they will do well there and their energy will be utilized, because it's over energy, fifth house, and if it is not utilized it can go in a bad direction. Rahu can create a unconventional romance, or there's a kind of obsession to have a quick and easy gains, and that is the reason these people try and their hands at least once in their life into the stocks. So these are some of the attributes. Another area which probably people miss out is fifth house is a house where uh, Seventh house takes as a marriage, but someone having a relationship, kind of affair, and seventh house is not active. Yet these people come in and start live together, each other like a husband wife, whereas there is no relation. So contractually there is no marriage, but still they live like a a married couple. So fifth house is very active, seventh house is weak. So you, it is not directly coming under, but seventh house absence is a something, a reason where you need to be very very careful in love and relationship, because you might pass unwanted lines which you don't want to pass. Now let's come to, if there is which sign, if it is any sign into fifth house, what kind of experiences you will get. So we'll start from Aries, and Aries, if it is Aries your fifth house, you will have a high energy in sports. You will be very impulsive in love. There is a quick fight, there is a quick makeup, there is a kind of wildness will come your affair. Children will be very very strong. They will not listen to you. They have their own thoughts, and they're very strong child. You will get it. Taurus comes into fifth house, six, stability in romance. They're always looking for a stability in the romance. Loves the art. They are very artistic, and steady intellectual growth will be there. Gemini comes into fifth house, highly intellectual. Possible dual interest in education and witty loving or witty lovers. So Gemini is into that area. Cancer in the fifth house, deeply emotional connection to children, and creativity output is intuitive and very nurturing. If Leo comes into fifth house, royal approach to creativity. Seek recognition in love. They will not accept, okay, he's my boyfriend or girlfriend. No, no. You have to always present. They're like a child. Okay, they will try and to behave like a child, and they want their name also should be called for every time whenever you talk about love and affair. Virgo, if analytical mind, may be overly critical in romance, yet a detail oriented education they can do. A very good critic and a good knowledge about finding the errors, kind of they can do kind of job. Libra, they need harmony in love affairs. They really focusing on building relationship and maintaining, nurturing the relationship. That's where their interest. They will have a certain amount of interest in occult. They will have certain amount of interest in partnerships and design. Wherever there is a design work is there, some creative actions are happening. They will focus on that. Scorpio, they will this is going to be a very intense place for fifth house. It's a transformative love, and interest will be in the occult or secret knowledge. That will be the Scorpio we can talk about. If the Sagittarius comes into fifth house, it will be children's will be very philosophical. Lux come from higher wisdom, and you travel long distances travel, and then you realize some information and some knowledge, you get it out of it, and you feel this is something I was looking for. Capricorn, disciplined approach in learning, serious and traditional views on romances. So it's not a very easy way. Yet they were expecting a very orthodox way and thought process. Aquarius is unconventional creative ideas, and they love group oriented sports or a social where there is a kind of people playing together and activities doing in a form of activity. They will go for a vacation or day with your all friends, relatives, and then play some good sports and enjoy. That's the Aquarius people will love that. Pisces guys will have a highly imaginative. So Pisces in the fifth house will be highly imaginative and spiritual. They do selfless love. They will surrender themselves. Was I, as I told you earlier, 12th house, 12 number sign is a Pisces sign. Pisces sign never accepts self. They have a selfless people. So Pisces coming into Pisces, this will be, you become more and more getting into trance. Even in the love, you are into the trance mode, and you will you will like devoted. So these people have kind of a devotion love, and children will be very dreamy and artistic also, very artistic children. So they have quite a lot knowledge on that side. So overall, if you see all the 12 zodiac signs, it is one thing is very clear. Fifth house brings your past life Purva Punya, or a positive merit. uh, Fifth house is also talks about what resources you will get in this life to drive your existing prarabdha, and you want to, what kind of challenges you, if enemy is there, how you will deal with them. So there is a one simple question: the people who are having a money, they're getting a regular job ladder and they're growing in the life, it talks from the sixth house. And the person who doesn't have money, he's very poor, he doesn't have money, and yet he is very happy. So why so? So fifth house is actually negate the sixth house. Sixth house is a house of it's a house of sixth house, I will say it's a house of where you can get a regular job and you are earning money, and then monthly you are earning salary. You understand, when you earn salary, you also activate the sixth house, which is related to some kind of diseases. So you get a sedentary lifestyle, or you will have some more money and you enjoy it. But enjoyment doesn't come. Enjoy come from the fifth house, and hence fifth house has so much of importance. So fifth house is your sustenance came from your mother, from the fourth house, which is second house from fourth, and from ninth you are continuation of your DNA, like you are a specific surname or a family, your grandparents, parents, and they pass on the some of the skills from the ninth house to you in the fifth house. So that is a way you should look at it and handle it. And I believe this will give a decent understanding about the fifth house and the commentary about the fifth house, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. And hope you like my video. If you like my video, please like it, and if you like my channel, do subscribe it. And yes, those, everyone has having a fifth house, everyone has a certain amount of experiences. Check your fifth house and ask your friends, ask them about their fifth house, question them how is their experiences, give in comment. I'm more than happy to answer. So thank you so much, and have a great day. I will take one question here. So someone is writing here. So okay. So your Chandra Rashi is Cancer in is not my health. So sixth house Dasha or AD is going on. Okay. Okay, I will check. So I don't want your time and all. I think yes. So okay, the problem, the core Jupiter in fifth house. So Jupiter and Rahu together itself gives, okay, where is Mars sitting? Where is Mars? Rupinder, where is Mars? Oh, you want me to create a chart? Let me try and create quickly. Okay, I will check. Don't worry. I will check. I will check. Hold on. Just be there on the call. Otherwise, you will miss the, which is the place Bathinda. Why it is not coming? Okay. Hold on. Don't rush. But in okay, 12th March 1987. What is the time? 11:30 a.m. Supinder. Okay. Okay, so you are running a Sun Dasha, and Sun is in your sixth house. Oh, okay, 11:30 p.m. Okay, I didn't mistake. I thanks for confirming, Rupinder. Just hold on. Good, you told me I made a mistake here. Okay, even in that condition, let me check. Okay, okay, Mars is in first house, which is actually strong Mars. You have good health. You should not be worried. However, currently Moon Dasha is going on, and in that Mercury is running. And yes, it's a Mercury challenge. Do you have a challenge of if I take Mars, your health is should be good. Currently, it's Rahu is running, and Rahu is creating this trouble for you. And I believe you have some kind of I don't know. Do you face some challenge related to acidity or some kind of nerve issues and all, possibly? And seems to be is getting little chronic. That's where you have been facing issue. Yes, acidity issue. So do one thing, as my Guruji has told me. Okay, lumbar stenosis. Okay, I will. You take. I will give you my. I will on this email send hi. I will respond to you with remedy. Okay, I cannot give it on the video, but I will share it with you. Send your chart details and everything. I will respond to you, and do quickly if you like this is specifically coming. So if you, I'm not sure whether you follow Lord Vishnu or where there is a standing Vishnu is there, follow him. Is like a Tirupati Balaji or something like that. And just okay, Shivji you can do, you can do Shivji as well. Okay, Shivji you can do. I will send you some remedies over email, and God will be with you. Don't worry. You have a very strong health. This is a very temporary thing. It will go away. It will go away. Just don't worry on it. Just be positive. I think you've been also going through a lot of depression right now. My humble request to you is that God is with you. He will help you in that, and He will you will come out of it. Very promising way you will come out of it, and enjoy your life. And I will share you what you need to do for your uh, okay. I thank you. I lost mom, dad. I believe you lost recently only. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, very recently you lost your mom as well. Maybe in last 1 year. Okay, yes, 2021. Okay, no. But I think the depression is there. Start doing Shiva. If you're a follower of Shiva, then start doing meditation. This is a fabulous time for the. Uh, okay. So there are so many things. When the life is tough, you have to battle. These are our past life dates are that which you have to pass on. Till the time the dates is not complete, you will not be easily left. So people will say any astrologer will change your life. No, but yes, we can reduce the intensity. But this is a time for meditation. This is a time for follow the god, follow some Shiva's mantra, which the mantra which you love. Start doing daily chanting, because right now Even Ketu is in the fifth house. It's clearly indicating you have to be inward journey, and you not to get into any kind of uh, concern that okay, what will happen. There is a God. Devote yourself to a God and surrender to God. I am telling you, you will come out of all challenges. And as I told you, um, I will share you some remedies which you follow, and God will take you out. And I'm pretty confident you will be coming like uh, a strong champion out of it. So don't worry. So all the best and have a great day. Thank you.